it got
You were
phone
out
calls.
cold when I walked through the door. The first
Fine,
thing I did
yeah.
was grab a pan full of water.
Yeah.
Then I emptied out my purse. Then I charged my phone.
Mhm.
And then
Finally, I was able to close my eyes.
yeah, and then
my
I had to
phones were
take the spaghetti
nonstop.
and meatballs off. So because it was it was a
It was
bit much,
nonstop. The
so.
minute I tried closing my eyes, nonstop. It's like, oh. Then my father calls me because now he can't get his diabetes strips at the pharmacy because
Oh,
now he doesn't have the
Jesus.
new Medicare card. So they give him a hard time. He wants me to give him strips that I have. I don't have that kind of meter he has. I have the Dexcom meter strips now. So I don't have the same thing as him anymore, you know? It's like back and forth. And Tabitha called me like 3 times. Just stupid shit. Back and forth. Just not feeling it. Was not feeling good. Not feeling. I'm trying to get by with this shit with this shot. But I was feeling like
You'll get used to it. It just takes time.
right. But today I was feeling literally like, okay, death, take me. I give up. Here you go.
She was talking about doing an overnight, and I said, I have no issue doing an overnight, but can I do it at my house?
Oh, what'd she say when you said that?
That's a lot to take. I've got nothing, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
So
myself.
if you do an overnight she's probably gonna be more comfortable if you did an overnight over there though.
Yeah, but everything I do is here.
But you'd have to do it.
She's not ready for that yet. She wants him to sleep through the night first.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
But an overnight, I'm sure, because it'd probably be over there.
Yeah.
You know, she probably wouldn't be comfortable having an overnight over here. She'd want you to bring everything but the kitchen sink over here. More than likely.
Okay.
3 minutes until showtime.
More than likely, it'd be everything but the kitchen sink.
Okay. It's January still, right?
Yeah. What? We already did Robert last week.
Oh, it's this week.
It's the 27th.
Oh.
It's Monday. It's Monday, Sue. Come on, Restream, open up.
Oh.
Sometime today would be nice.
Oh my God.
Open. I hear it.
Yeah, we're talking about the twins. I had a fun day with the twins today.
Twin baby land.
Yep. I had a fun day. Okay, transition
nice.
and go to Restream chat. I'll do this as Michelle does that.
Yep, opening up.
Until
Yeah.
showtime.
I just need Facebook to cooperate with
go.
me. Would be nice. So my daughter, interestingly so, told me in one of her weird phone calls today that they're not going to cremate me when I die, she says. Because she
Okay.
doesn't want me hanging around in her house or get lost and move somewhere.
Oh my God. So she had to call. Okay, we'll have to talk about this online. Okay, literally.
This is one of the phone calls I got today. As I'm
too
trying to go
funny.
to sleep, not feeling good. I was like, what the hell?
Okay, well, at least you know they're thinking about you.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. And that's not the
Uncle
only
Sheila.
thing. That's not the only thing she says to me, though. That's not the only thing she says to me.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Tabitha's hilarious.
1 minute.
1 minute and I'll be on it.
Tabitha is
It's
hilarious.
a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighbor. Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Tabitha goes, she goes, you're not going to get buried in some 80s style dress or anything, are you, Ma?
Okay. It's like, all right. Wow.
I'll tell you the rest of it on
All
air.
right. Yeah, much better. I love it. Yeah, it took some while, and it took some rearranging of the room, and yes, nobody's gonna actually go deaf from our show.
We should have put that as a disclaimer.
Yes,
No
careful.
accidental
You
deafness.
could be going deaf. Oh my God.
Accidental deafness may occur if you watch our show.
So I'm sporting a pair of my earrings today.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio. CEO of the ATU Network.
For the next 2 fun-filled hours, get ready to learn something new, be inspired, enlightened, spooked, help, laugh, cry, and be awakened. And now, your host of Awakening the Unknown. You never know what these two will be up to next. So please welcome Susan Swanbeck
Hello.
and Michelle Sullivan.
The one that never says hello.
Hi, everybody. I'm doing the Queen of England wave. The Queen of England never says hi. She just does this really fancy wave thing.
Yes, but the radio can't see the
Oh,
fancy
that's right,
wave.
that's right. Hello, I'm waving like the Queen of England right
Oh,
now. For those
Jesus
of you
Christ.
that cannot see me.
Okay,
I'm
we've
now waving like
both
the Queen
had
of
very
England.
busy days.
Oh, Lord in heaven. you don't
Okay,
even
so
know.
I spent the entire day over my daughter-in-law, my son's house. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, my son was in the hospital, and he was just getting out, so I went over so she could go pick him up and get some laundry done. So I got to spend some beautiful time with the twins today. And of
It was
course, I
twin
took the
day.
advantage of it and took pictures and posted. I have several pictures in my phone. I was very nice. I only think I posted 3 times.
But 3 times, but many pictures each. 3 times. But that's okay.
I even took a short video, so yeah. And then I was very happy that I successfully got them both to sleep.
Peacefully, happily, and contentedly,
Yes.
which is the key.
So I was very excited. So, but then I come back and it's like, oh my God, I haven't even scheduled the show. So in an hour's time, I come back from there. I scheduled the show. I finished making supper that she started. Wake her up.
Yeah.
Get coffee. And I'm coming back with a bowl, and my daughter walks through the door. She goes, I'm here to do your hair. And I
Surprise!
said, ooh, my show starts at 6. Can you wait till 8? She goes, I'll crash over. I said,
No
"All
problem,
right."
no
So tomorrow
problem.
I'll have my nice purple hair back.
It'll be back with
So,
a vengeance.
If you see a couple yawns, trust me, they're joyful yawns.
They're good yawns. It's
Very
it's like
good
when
yawns.
babies have a really peaceful, happy day.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, they have that satisfying yawn kind of
Yes.
thing. She's got the grandma yawn thing
I
going
was
on
like
today.
so excited. I finally got to be the grand.
Yeah, and my daughter, I guess, had my my death on her mind today.
Oh my God.
This is the conversation though, but she's very free, and I'm very open with her talking about this, you know. So she just calls me up and she goes, "Mom," she goes, "I hope you know that I'm not gonna cremate you or anything." I said, "What? What do you mean?" She goes, "I'm gonna bury you when you die." I'm like, "Well, I mean, I don't care what you do with me when I'm dead, but why are you gonna bury me and not cremate me?" She goes, "I don't want you hanging around my house when you're dead." I'm like, "What if you get lost in a move or something, or put in the back of the closet and I leave you behind somewhere or something?"
Actually, that has happened. Buddha, get down. That actually has happened because my mother says, "Oh my God, I left your grandmother in the closet." I was like, "Don't worry, Mom. I've got her, Joey, and my son all in the same box."
Oh, my
I said, so they're all
Lord.
together having a nice conversation. And Nana's telling Joey where to go, how to get there, give him directions, including the baby. I said, so they're fine. She goes, well, when you clean out the closet, can I please have your grandmother back?
Oh, my daughter wants to make sure I'm central in the centralized location, which I'm having. I really think she wants to contain me. It's more about containment at that point.
Okay, and then your outfit. She has,
Yes. Oh my goodness. She goes, "I hope you don't think you're going to have the audacity of wearing some 80s fluffy kind of dress to your funeral, you know, because I refuse to put you in some 80s style dress in your coffin." I said, "What?" I said, "What if I want to?" She goes, "Oh, I don't think so." She goes, "I'm taking," she did this. She says, "I'm taking you out next week. And I'm going to get you an outfit, and I'm going to keep it in my closet for when you die so I can put it on you when you're dead." I'm like,
Oh my God, you gotta love kids.
I'm like,
I love kids, guys.
I don't even get to pick what I'm going to get to wear when I'm dead.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
but wait, it even gets better, Sue. I didn't get a chance to tell you this either.
Uh-oh.
So she goes, "We need to discuss something about when you're in your coffin, too." I said, "More than what I'm going to wear and where I'm going to be buried?" She goes, "Yeah, you know your hair color, you know." I said, what's wrong with my hair color? She goes, you're going to be buried in brown hair. I said, what? She goes, you will be buried in brown hair, and I'm doing your nails when you're dead. This is what my kid's thinking about. This is what she's thinking about. So she called me numerous times during the day to tell me these things. And I'm like, oh my God. I can't even have like my way. I cannot have my way. She literally, it's already plans. She's going to do my nails. She's going to make sure my hair is the way that she wants it to be. She's going to choose the outfit I'm going to have on when I'm dead. And she wants me contained. Okay, you know what she's gonna do, right? She's gonna pull some kind of ancient witchcraft. There's gonna be crystals around my grave. There's gonna be like, she's gonna like, and then there's the other thing. You know, she needs witchcraft stuff. That she's gonna go get my graveyard dirt. She's gonna have the nerve to come get my graveyard dirt to do some magic.
Well, that's why she has to bury you and not cremate you.
Because she's gonna be using my graveyard dirt.
With the way that my day was today, and I loved my day. I had a joyous day. So I really did, because
she
it's
can't use my graveyard.
And then I
cremated.
finally found out why I haven't been able to go over as much. And I thought,
why?
I thought it was so funny.
Is it because you don't have the right outfit for your burial like me?
No.
Look.
It was because my son felt bad asking me to come over and taking a bus there.
Oh my goodness.
Dude,
do they not know?
I take a bus to go to the grocery store, the doctor's office, my mother's, shopping. I take the bus everywhere.
Mothers do
Okay?
whatever
why
it
can't
takes.
I take the bus over there?
Mothers do whatever the heck it takes to do what they got to do for their kids and their grandkids. That's just like an unwritten rule.
Literally.
We would crawl there. For
Hell,
that's
if
what
it
it
was
took.
snow when I take sled dogs.
Right? Hey, Buddha, Otis. We're saddling you up because you guys are going to go see the twins today.
Oh
but that's
my
what it would
God.
take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But oh my God, literally, Tabitha had me dying today with this stuff. My God.
I can say one thing. I am really glad that this is Michelle's show tonight. I get
you
to
know what?
play more.
But it leads in, coincidentally though, it leads into what tonight's show is going to be about. Because speaking of graveyard dirt, right? We're going to be talking about some real ancient witchcraft today. The kind that my daughter's going to be planning on using my graveyard dirt for. That kind. She is literally, this is the kind we're going to be talking about today.
Missed the laughter and seeing us both together.
Esther actually got the
I'm
copy
really glad
of
for that. I'm
tonight's
really glad.
book, guys.
Yeah.
She actually, this is my thought, guys, today about tonight's show. Okay. Well, we're going to have to answer the callers before we get into the nitty gritty of the book, so just in case. But this is my thought about tonight's education. I'm thinking about, because I don't know about you guys, but I love finding a little out of the way bookshop and looking and finding old books, old dusty books.
Let me tell you something. If there is this place that says free books, Michelle goes through every single solitary one of them.
Yes, because I'm always looking for a treasure.
Yes.
And to me, a treasure is just ancient lore, ancient history, ancient witchcraft, ancient just things that you can learn from the olden days. Like those things that they didn't have technology to do this kind of stuff, but they found ways to do it, right?
Yes, they did.
And I love it. Seaside towns, they have these great little bookstores, or sometimes estate sales or yard sales or flea markets. So I love it. Love it.
Is there a reason he's
My dog's
walking?
going around in circles.
He's walking in a circle.
He's marking my grave
Literally,
site.
he's walking
What
in
are
a
you
circle.
doing?
Like, what are you doing?
You all right there, guy? He's not all right today.
Oh my God.
So I don't know about you guys, but even online, I come across these really, really old manuscripts and these really old ancient books. And I save them and save them and save them. And I thought by now, I think I'm going to start sharing them with all of you guys. Esther actually got a copy of it for the first actual time.
Yep.
She got a copy of the book yesterday.
Yep.
So I'm going to offer you guys this. If you guys would like a copy of tonight's book, please send me your emails. I will send you a copy of tonight's manuscript. It's 422 pages of the ultimate grimoire and spell book of real ancient witchcraft, guys.
So some of this might be a little amusing.
It is going to be amusing.
Or
because
strange.
It's going to be strange. It's going to be all kinds of things that we've never thought of.
Yeah, estate sales. That's another good place. to
Yeah,
go.
and I love things like that because you don't know what you're going to find. And just the old dusty books and the smells of old books. To me, it draws me to it. And maybe it's the witch in me that just loves to have the compilation of these old-fashioned spells
You know
that
what I
I like
just-
to mix.
You know what I just realized?
What?
That I've been with the twins all day. I haven't even looked in the mirror, brushed my hair since this morning.
It's okay. Your hair looks lovely.
I don't know what I look like.
Looks
so,
lovely,
yeah.
lovely.
All right, so we do have 2 callers on the line.
So let's do the callers before I get into
yeah,
the
so
nitty gritty
let's
of the
find
book.
out if they want to talk about some ancient lore. You know.
Oh, well,
some-
let me get into the nitty gritty, guys, of this book. You guys are gonna love it.
Okay, this is all her. I
Mm-hmm.
just get to sit here and chat.
You're gonna love it because I got a whole section on just Irish magic.
We'll
in
see
this
if
book.
we'll see if it melds
Yes.
or meshes. All right, so we're gonna actually take the first caller, ending in 4790. Hi, welcome to ATU Network. We have Teaching Mondays today. We're talking
Hello.
about ancient craft. What is your name, honey?
Hi, caller.
Hi.
How are you?
What's your name?
Alright.
Are you into ancient book?
My name is Keisha, but
Hi, Keisha. How are you?
alright.
Are you listening
I'm
into?
calling on the wrong day though.
That's okay. You're calling about
yeah,
readings,
tomorrow's
right?
readings.
Yeah, I was listening about the graveyard dirt. I read up about that.
Well, I bet you in tonight's book
I
there's
don't know,
probably what? Do tell.
I ordered some. I don't know who dirt it was. But I ordered some one time.
It wasn't my dirt yet. It wasn't my dirt yet.
It ain't nasty to nobody.
Well, when the time comes, I'm sure my daughter will be selling my dirt on eBay, so don't worry.
She probably
She
will.
will be selling my dirt. It'll be available on Etsy and eBay, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it'll be called Michelle's Crazy Lady Dirt.
Yeah, exactly. But listen in tonight because I'm sure there's going to be some things you're going to be interested in. There's a bunch of magical spells, incantations, herbal lore, cures, all kinds of ancient and reliable sources.
Yep,
in
and
tonight.
now remember, we don't do anything or we'll speak about anything that harms anybody.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not gonna
That's what
tell
we're
you to
about.
chop
yeah, tomorrow's
chicken necks off
readings,
or
but
anything.
definitely tune in.
So call
and
us
we're
back
gonna
tomorrow,
talk more
Keisha.
about ancient magic.
Okay.
So thank you for calling, honey.
We hope to hear
All
from
right,
you
so
tomorrow,
now
honey.
we're answering 7189. You are live on the air with the ATU Network. Welcome to Teaching Mondays. Who are we speaking with?
Hi, caller.
My name's Jason.
Hi, how are you, honey?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your name.
Are you
I'm
interested?
doing great.
Are you interested in old books too?
Yeah. Well, like, not the old books, but now I'm interested in the subject matter.
Oh, good. So, do you like to practice old magic too, or is it something that you're just kind of interested in reading or interested in learning about at the moment?
Yeah, I'm interested in doing my own, my own work, but it's like I want to do it in a way that's safe.
Yeah.
I guess basically how to protect myself. There's a shop down here that they sell they sell Santeria.
Oh
They
yes.
sell Santeria beads.
Yes.
I have right now I got the little Chango figurine, and I have it's like a Chango necklace.
Oh,
Right.
good.
It's like it's interesting, but it's just like I don't know how they didn't really give me no instructions as far as
Oh yes.
Well, it
as far as
just
how to protect myself where I don't want to hear noises at 4 in the morning.
well, it just so happens on Wednesday our mystery guest is Cynthia Mallett.
And she's
she
an expert.
She is an expert when it comes to Santeria magic, and she doesn't do anything to harm anybody. She's amazing.
Yes. So
She'll be on
I
Wednesday.
mean, I definitely always do good.
Yeah.
she really she lives in New Orleans. So
Interesting 'cause
go ahead.
she was the lady who makes the necklace is initiated. So they said, look, if she's not initiated, it's just another piece of jewelry.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Based on what I read. Now, everybody says, well, why do you like Shango? I said, I like him. I said, number one, I said, he likes to gamble, and he likes women, and he doesn't take no shit.
That's one of the main gods in Santeria and in New Orleans magic. And
Well, I'm a Celtic. She's
yes.
a witch, so I
Yeah.
don't know
And
much
hoodoo
about
and
Santa.
voodoo and
Yeah,
all
I
that.
don't know much about Santa.
so that is awesome. You know what? You definitely need to call and speak to Cynthia on Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely.
Because she literally, that's like her thing. Like she's an expert on all that
she
stuff.
can really set you on the right path.
Yeah,
so
and she can
definitely
get you in the
Wednesday night,
basics.
she's our
And I
mystery
feel like
guest.
That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like I'm best, my personality, and I feel like I best relate to him.
And that's exactly the direction of what you need to do.
Because I like to, it's like, I like women, I like to gamble, and I don't take any shit.
That's it. So you definitely relate to him. And so that's definitely the
Right.
direction that your personal magic needs to go.
Right.
So you found exactly your trigger. And this is the direction that you need to go. So now that's your path, darling. So now it's about making it your own. So you're going the right way, okay? So now it's about gathering up.
Like, my wife's not too good. Here's the other obstacle. Like, my wife's not really too real about, you know, like, me leaving, like, candles burning and stuff like that.
Oh, but candles are actually used.
If I light any candles over anything, I kind of have to let it burn early night or something. I have to set it outside because she has really bad, she can, like, if the smoke from the candles all, she's like, I got all these damn numbers because she got all the smoke that are here.
Oh, okay. So it makes her uncomfortable
He's
and nervous.
biting his muzzle real bad.
Because I have to set my,
Oh, he really's got him good. Both of them.
like that.
Stop.
I set the candle outside on another table or something.
Um,
On my patio.
Yeah, sorry about that. Our dogs were fighting.
Here's a suggestion to you, darling. I used to do this once before too. Sometimes it's good to make your own space. If it needs to be outdoors, do it outdoors. Make your own space outdoors where you can practice your own magic outside. And that space should be just yours.
Yeah, because I don't want, because I don't want to, like, bring,
It doesn't have to intrude in her space. It's out in nature, and it's where you can literally make it your own and practice your magic. And the parts of spells, it doesn't mean you have to follow a recipe. A recipe doesn't always have to be followed to a T. It's made personal by the person that's actually working the recipe. So it's just like magic. It's about putting your own flair on things. So
Exactly.
make it your own, hon. That's the important part of it. Is make it your own.
It sure is.
So work on making a nice space. Go ahead.
Because I feel like I have the single candle I have, but I don't know exactly how to use it or how to. Because they didn't even know instructions on how to use it.
Like I said, Wednesday
Wednesday, you need to come and
Wednesday
speak to
night,
Cynthia.
Cynthia Malik, she
Yes.
would be the best one to call.
Oh, yes.
She's going to be able to help you out a lot more.
Same time?
Same time, darling.
Yeah,
Same
it's
time.
always the same time.
Cynthia is the expert. She will literally tell you what to do, what magic. She knows what verses. She can literally educate you in all of it and
Yeah.
get you off to a great start on all that. Yes.
All right, well, I look forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for calling us tonight.
Yes, thank you so much for calling in, honey.
Do y'all do readings and stuff too?
We
Yes.
do readings on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays, doll.
Tomorrow night is readings.
That's
Yep,
awesome.
Tomorrow night we have readings.
So
Wednesday,
you're welcome to call on
we
Tuesdays
have
too.
a mystery guest.
Because I really, because there's this friend of mine and everything, and like, I can't get this girl out of my damn head,
Ooh, gonna have to call us tomorrow.
Yeah, call tomorrow. You never know.
All right.
So your spidey sense is tingling over.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you'll find out tomorrow night,
Yep,
hon.
gonna have to call and speak to us
All
tomorrow.
right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, honey.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, hon. You keep listening. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. What do we get?
All right.
What do we
So,
got?
like we were saying, guys, so if you're interested in receiving tonight's manuscript, please send us your emails. I'll be happy to email you the entire manuscript. It's 422 pages of the Ultimate Grimoire and Spellbook of Real Ancient Witchcraft. It's a PDF file. So I
Right.
can send it to you guys via email, no problem. You guys can do with it whatever you guys would like. It's very, very old. And I have the luck. I really hunt for these things. I really like old things like this because it's like the basis of what what we do for magic.
Well, yeah, but there's always different types of magic. Like Shannon in the chat room, she'd like to know how to start and what shops to go to. And again, what steps to start with the beginning. And it depends on literally on the type of magic. Celtic magic is very difficult to learn. It's usually generational.
Yes.
Just like shaman is something also that is of the generational aspect. Wicca is something that can be learned, and I'm not sure. I'd have to ask Cynthia on Santeria.
Yeah, on Santeria, yes.
Yeah, on Santeria, yeah.
Now, this thing escaped from me again. Escaped from me again.
So, and again, it depends on the path that you are following, where you're more connected to. So,
now this one is literally the book. So we're gonna get into this book, and it's a good copy. It's originally was from 1887.
wow.
Okay, so this is some ancient knowledge,
Pretty
guys.
cool.
And it really does cover a big spectrum of different types of magic. Okay, let me pull down. I'm going to tell you the different parts. So we're going to go kind of like peruse the book with you guys today. If it will cooperate with me here as it squirrels around on me. Okay, let's see. So it says, and this was now, when they tried to reprint this book in 2008, this is what they called it, which I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
It says, being a most unfluffy compilation of magical spells, incantations, herbal lore, and cures gathered from ancient and reliable sources.
Don't you think that name is too long?
It's a very long name.
It's a very long name.
It's a very long name.
It's too long.
But interestingly so, it's literally, the manuscript is actually left untouched in the original way that it was printed from 1887. So when we get into the mumbo jumbo of the actual manuscript, it's literally the original way. And it talks about, I'm going to go right into the different types of magic that it does cover in this book.
Okay.
Because it does talk about all kinds of stuff. It talks about Afro-Caribbean religions, voodoo, Santeria, etc., powwow stuff, European magic.
Powwow?
Powwows. Yep. It talks about a whole spectrum. It talks about Jesus, Zeus, Thor, Hera, Freya. I mean, this one covers a really, really huge spectrum.
What about Odin?
It does have Odin here too as well. Hera, Freya, you name it. Virgin Mary, you name it. It even talks about cats. And it gets into all kinds of different spectrums. They're doing some weird stuff.
Yeah, I know. The dog is sitting there and sticking his head in the bag that I had taken with me today. Like a cat would. He's trying to crawl
He's a
in the
weirdo.
bag. What the heck?
He is a weirdo, okay? Okay. Now, so this book now, again, oh, now he's got his head stuck in the bag. She's going to die over here. She's literally going to die.
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I got to learn to... Okay, focus. Let her talk.
Okay.
Let her talk. Okay, I got this.
Sue, behave. Behave, Sue. Bad girl.
We do readings tomorrow night. We're teaching today, or at least should I say Michelle is teaching
If
today.
she can let me teach today,
I know.
I'm going to spank you. Okay. So this book actually comes in 5 parts.
Okay.
Naughty. in 5 parts that they break this down, right? So the first part literally is about charms, spells, and cures, but it was recorded by the ancient legends, mystic charms, and they use...
they got
What's
one of
that?
my
Hold
sweet
on.
gloves. Hold on. They are causing trouble today and going to get thrown out of the room.
Get out!
Literally.
Naughty!
Sorry, guys. You even got to discipline the dogs.
I gotta discipline the dogs, Sue, everybody. Okay, all right. So this is what we're also gonna. This book even covers literally the superstitions of Ireland. It covers even that much.
Okay.
And that's only part
But
one.
see, Ireland isn't necessarily all Celtic.
No, but it's not just saying that. It does,
Right.
but it talks about that. That's only part one.
Right.
Part two covers blessings, spells, and strange magics. Now, it also talks about the gospel of the witches. Part 3 goes into incantations and specimens. Ooh, and I went up too far. This is what gets me.
Yeah, do the arrows.
What arrows? There's no arrows.
If you go to the top. Okay.
There's no arrows.
All right. Go to the top of the page. Sorry, I'm teaching her computer stuff, so give me a
arrows.
minute. Okay.
There's no arrows.
Go up.
Up?
No. Up in the slidey bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no
now
arrow.
You're on part 3. Read part 3. And
Okay.
you see the thing that says page down?
Page
On the
down.
computer.
Oh, here. Okay, great. That's
All right.
my life's so much easier. Okay. So then we were going to talk about incantations and specimens of medical magic. Gypsy, Sorcery, and Fortune Teller. This is all in one book, guys.
Right.
This book covers like a really, really big spectrum of stuff. That's only in part one. That's only part one. This book actually covers 5 parts in it.
Wow.
It really covers a lot of old, ancient stuff.
So where are we starting today?
Well, we're going to start, the interesting part of it though, right, and I thought it was really cool, is because we're coming up on Valentine's Day, right? And what is the number one thing in magic that people always want, people ask for, and people always try doing? Love charms.
Oh, don't do love
Right.
charms, love spells. You cannot.
No, but we're going to talk about what
other
the first
people.
thing that does come up on it
Yeah.
is the love charm. But what does it tell you it is? The fatal love charm. You should not be doing love charms because you should not. Then the first thing it warns you in this book, even back from 1887, first thing it warns you is to not use any love charms in any way, shape, or form to not
That's
affect
right.
anyone's free will. So I thought that was really, really interesting because right off the rip, the first thing in this book is it talks about that.
Who's sleeping? Gina, you sleeping?
She's bored. Bad puppies.
Are you
Are
bored,
you bored,
Gina?
honey? I haven't even got to the nitty gritty yet. Okay, then the second part is it tells you
That's
about.
right. Control over others does not work.
Right. The second
Right.
part it tells you is to not do any evil charms. Because again, evil charms
That's
takes
right.
control over other people's free will. And
That's
that to
right.
not do it. And it goes through and says that this is an evil charm, that's an evil charm, don't do that evil charm. And it tells you even evil charms that's meant to produce living things in other people's bodies or whatever the examples may be.
Exactly.
None of them are to be done because it breaks old, ancient free will laws, guys.
That's right. Free will is extremely
Okay.
important.
So before this book even gets into the nitty gritty of anything, it talks about
Right.
those things right off the bat, and it gives ancient examples of in history things that have been kings and the Crusades, and it gives you all kinds of different examples throughout history that the assumptions were made that certain magics were done and free will was affected, and that's why things were not successful. It was because of that.
Exactly.
Okay. And here's another thing, okay? The next thing it goes into is poets. Okay? Now, remember back in the day how I'm losing the word. Maybe they can help me figure it out. But you know how they had people that would when a soldier came through, or they would have somebody would come out and announce a certain person. They would say a poem, or they would sing a song about a certain person, and they would pass these stories along like that, right? Okay. Now, I don't know if you were aware of it, but when somebody would come through and they had enemies, they would come up with essentially it was a spell towards an enemy, wishing somebody ill harm, but it was in the form of a song or a poem or poetry. But it was meant as ill harm that was announced from somebody towards somebody else. Again, we have email and text, and we have,
He's got him by the neck.
they're just playing. They're just playing, so he's not complaining. Don't worry, they're just playing.
He's got him by the neck.
Hey! They're just playing, Sue. Seriously. He's not complaining. They're only playing.
Sorry.
Worried mama, stop. They're only playing.
I don't like it when he grabs him by the neck.
They do that to each
Sorry.
other. That's how doggies play. Town criers. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay?
Town criers.
But believe it or not, those things were actually as spells. They were taken as spells because you were literally like meaning ill will towards that person. So nowadays we have internet and we have texting and we have all kinds of social media, and then so we can literally take it to our modern day. And don't do that. Don't go on social media and go, hey, I'm gonna kick your butt someday. I'm gonna get in your way. I'm gonna run you over, and someday, like whatever it might be, and make it specific towards a person or whatever. Because you got to be careful with your words, as well as your intentions, as well as your thoughts towards somebody, because that's magic, guys. That is magic.
It's casting.
It truly is. And people
Yeah.
don't realize that. Why do you think there's so much going awry nowadays? There's so much of that back and forth, because people don't take stock about what they are actually saying. Joe's talking about all the time about how these rappers die young, they die young. What are they doing? They're rapping against one another. They're wishing ill will towards one another, back and forth all the time. All the time. And that's what they're doing. They're literally casting evil spells towards one another. And that's not to be done. And we need to be very careful nowadays when we do that. Never, never, never. Never open your mouth and speak ill towards somebody. You know how they say don't speak ill of the dead? Don't
Right.
speak ill of the living either. If
Exactly.
you have nothing nice to say about anybody, just shut your mouth. Don't say
That's
anything.
right. Words do have power.
Very much power.
No
Like,
matter what religion you're on, words have power. And this is, I think, the point of this in the book that was written in ancient times.
very much. It's some powerful stuff, guys. And it's the same now as it was back in the ancient days. They had their forms of internet per se, as we
Yeah.
have our forms of internet these days. So be very, very cautious. Be very, very careful when you're reading this book. Keep in mind, they're talking about the ancient times, but they do refer. It does have references to what we do and what we have and what we're going through in our lives these days now. Okay.
Right.
Now, the next part it goes into the festivals. Now, we have our different festivals. We have festivals in November. We have Imbolc. We have our winter festivals. We have different religions have their different festivals. How do you say that too? Want to read that
Which
top
one?
part? Top part about the festivals, the different Samhain. See how we have the different festivals?
Oh, they're talking about, there were actually 4 great festivals actually held in Ireland from most ancient pagan times. The 4 sacred seasons were February, May, Midsummer, and November. Let's see. May was the most memorable and auspicious of all.
There's a reason for why
Right,
she's
and
saying
then
that.
the Druids actually lit the Beltane, which is the holy godly fire. The Baal, which is the sun god, and then they drove the cattle on the path made between the 2 fires and signaled the flame of the light torch. And sometimes they cut them to spill blood or to actually hunt the blood as a sacred offering to the sun god.
So they-
Now,
so-
we're going way back
Yeah.
then.
But see, now what the book is also warning you, if you go further on, is it's telling
Right.
you not to spill blood in the name of any type of offering.
Right.
Because again, that's not to be done. That's literally,
right.
you're taking again, the blood of something to inflict your free will upon the blood of others. And again, so this is ancient, guys. This is ancient. And it's
Shut it!
that's it. You guys are going to be punished and be sent out. It's because they see him running around there. So it's warning you guys about things that we used to do, guys. And these are real things. And this was real important things that were magical to these people back in those days. And not good to do. Not good to do then, not too good to do now. But see how it says, then it goes on further to how it says about Samhain and how they used to spill blood too, for in the name of Samhain because
It's
they want.
actually Shamahain.
Yeah, could you
Yeah.
read that second part about them
About the great feast?
and how they were what they did to appease the spirits of the evil spirits? What they did to appease the evil spirits?
What are we on? Paragraph 2?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm trying to, you know.
Yeah.
Shush!
That's it.
Sorry. Basically, they're talking about May Eve at Shamahain. And that has to do with the moon in November Eve, which is October 31st is when Shamahain is. It's like the liberations were poured out to appease the evil spirit. And what it is and it also represents actually the spirits of the dead who actually came out of their graves on that night, because this is what they're talking about. What they're actually talking about is how the veil is thinning.
Yes.
And the veil between the worlds, and this is what, as far as what we believe in Shamahain, not Samhain, Shamahain, is the veil between the world of the living and the world of the dead thin. So in our traditions, we actually set out a black placemat, and we also set a place at the table for a loved one to come visit. And to us, it's a celebration. It's a time to visit.
And so, but in those days, what are they doing what are they putting out what are they trying to do to appease the evil spirits?
They would pour libations out.
So they would pour.
Libations.
So
They would pour it out to appease the evil spirits and also the spirits of the dead who would come out of their graves that night to visit the ancient homes. That's right.
So it's giving you guys some things that.
Right.
This is the originals, guys. These are the OGs. Now go read that part about St. Patrick if you don't
Well,
mind.
I actually have stories about St. Patrick.
Good. Read St. Patrick.
Well, St. Patrick, however, was determined. And again, this is what it says in this book. Okay,
Ancient knowledge.
right. St. Patrick, however, determined to break down the power of the Druids and therefore their defiance in their laws. He had a great fire lit on May Eve when he actually celebrated the Paschal mysteries and therefore Easter, or the feast of the recreation actually took place on Bella Festival, and that's what it is. So a lot of people would fight back and forth, and they'd come up with back then in order to get rid of them, and that has a lot to do with like the blood oaths, the blood sacrifices that were back then, because everybody did something to appease the gods.
Right.
You
right.
have to appease the gods, and that's the way it was back then.
Right.
It's not the way it is now. So
Thank God.
they sit and they tried to come up with something else to lure the people away from the ancient
Right.
ways.
Besides the human sacrifices and
Right.
the blood and the burnt offerings and the slaughtering of cattle and all those other things. So the book talks about how that's not a good thing. Guys.
Exactly.
To find other ways to practice this magic that does not hurt others and hurt nature and hurt. What is that?
That is my phone.
Oh.
I'm getting a don't know call on my phone.
Oh, somebody's crank calling you.
Yeah. So
So it's interesting, guys. And it goes on and talks about other different festivals and things, but so right off the rip, this book is already telling you what's not. Teaching you about
Exactly.
history, but it's also teaching you about how important it is to try to find other ways to celebrate the old holidays, celebrate the old festivals, and not use the, what did she say?
pigeon mail went a lot slower than email.
Yeah, right? It's true. It's true. Now there's another part here where they talk about witches actually making great efforts to steal the milk on May mornings. And if they succeeded, the luck would pass from the family, and the milk and the butter for the whole year would belong to the fairies instead. So, yeah. So they have these cute little things.
That's one I've never heard.
Yeah, it's these little cute little things
Yeah, I've never
that they
heard that
have
one.
here. And this is the best preventative is to scatter primroses on the threshold. And the old woman would tie bunches of primroses to the cows' tails for the evil spirits, so that way they could not touch anything guarded by these flowers. But if they were plucked before sunrise, a piece of iron, also made red hot, would be placed upon the hearth. Any old iron would do, the older the better, because that would be the protected wreath around the doorway for luck. So they would want to use a lot of mountain ash that had great and mysterious qualities. Now we use a lot of ash in magic too, right? When we burn things, we like to use the ash left over from saging. We use the ash left over from candle waxing, from different herbs. We still use that till this day. We use ash for magic, from cremation. Yeah, you never use any ash for any magic?
No, I'm Celtic.
You never use any ash at all?
No.
For magic, really?
No.
Anybody else use ash for magic? I'm
I
the only one?
saved the ends of the candles to make new candles.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even do that.
No.
See?
No.
So they do all this, though, so no witch or fairy will ever be able to steal the milk or the butter from that family, believe it or not. But that's one of their superstitions that they follow. But they would find different ways that would not literally be so violent.
Right.
The magic that they tried, the old magic was trying to find ways that would be so not violent to the land, not violent to the people.
Well, I think that's where your traditions, your religion differs from mine, because I come from like a Celtic / shamanistic type background. So therefore we've always cared for the land first.
Yes.
And you come from a slightly different background.
Oh yes,
So,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've killed pigs. I've killed my own. I'm not embarrassed to say I've killed my own hands. I've killed a pig. I've killed chickens. I've killed
you
rabbits.
have pig fests and bury them in the ground.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
so,
a big difference. You're also Portuguese.
Yeah.
So
So we
they
do
have
that kind
pig
of thing.
roasts.
Yeah, we do that kind of thing.
It's nothing devilish. It's a pig roast.
Yeah, but nowadays, exactly. But nowadays, we don't do that in like the name of some kind of, God, or in the name of something to hurt anybody else. We do it now as in memory of somebody
right.
or in feast of something. So we try not to do that in a way to hurt anyone. It's a totally different.
Well,
type of thing.
here's a silly one.
Tell me.
I just found a silly one. So, and again, it's slightly different for me, but so back when the young maidens actually wanted to find on May Eve, they wanted to find who their true love was. So they would literally dance around a circle, dancing around the maypole.
Oh.
Okay, and as they danced and twined their ribbons around the maypole, they would actually sing "Yarrow, yarrow, yarrow, I bid thee good morrow, and tell me before tomorrow who my true love shall be." That's what the maypole is about.
That's what that maypole is about.
Yep.
So, in other words, they were casting a spell with the dancing and
they weren't
the ringing.
Casting a spell, they were sending
An
wishes
intention?
back. They were sending intentions. Like when you talk about manifestation.
Ah.
Yeah. So actually, they were manifesting. They weren't controlling anything, so it wasn't considered a spell. It was considered a form of manifestation.
That's interesting, though.
Yes.
So back in that time and day,
Yes.
already manifestation was already a
Yes.
true impossible thing.
They
That's
believed
pretty
that the
good.
universe would help them if they again. So they would intertwine, and the continuous saying would end when the pole became complete.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then what would happen?
they would find out if they've done it correctly.
Oh.
And that's why the maidens would dance around the maypole.
Very interesting. I've never seen that actually done. I've only seen that done in movies, by the way. I've only seen that done in movies,
Yeah.
honestly. Never seen it done
Yeah.
before like that. But so it's interesting on how the book starts off with those kind of things.
Yeah.
So it tells you this is not how magic is supposed to be.
Right.
This is how magic is supposed to be. So it's interesting how the book starts with that, guy. So when you get the manuscript of this book, don't be surprised. But this is what it's doing right off the rip, is it's telling you this is meant to be the good. This is the bad, to
But
not
that's
do the
not
bad.
the end of it.
It's not.
No, they would take what is known as the seven needs or the cures from many great ventures. What they do is they take a certain seed and an herb, and they would actually place it under their head of their pillow. So after they did this on May Day, I think you guys call it May Day.
Maybe.
Is it Beltane or you call it Ostra something? I don't know.
Ostara.
Ostara. You guys call it something different. We call it Ostra. You call it Ostara. So, what they would do is they would take the herbs that were back. Basically, they'd also have herbs in their hair. So the herbs that were in their hair, they would take as they were doing this intention, and they put it under their pillow so they would dream of who their true love is.
Oh.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
See, that's magic. I've seen it. That's definitely magic.
Yep.
I like that. I like that kind of magic. It was instant. It was innocent, harmless, didn't hurt anyone.
It was just manifestation.
But truly was. But
They
I wonder
were-
if they knew what manifestation was actually.
No, I
what it
don't think
was
they
at the time.
did. But if you believe in something enough, it's the power of positive thinking, if you think about it.
It truly is,
Yep.
guys. It
Yep,
truly
yep.
is. It's amazing. Now you go into another section here. What does the next section say about?
Okay, now we're talking about sunrise before the national. Okay, young girls actually go out early before sunrise to actually trace the path of a snail in clay. For always a letter is marked, and thus is the initial of your true love's name.
Aww.
Yes. Now, a black snail is considered very unlucky to actually meet on the beginning of the morning. For his tail would read death, but a white snail would bring good fortune. A white snail limb on the right hand is also good, but a cuckoo is an enormous evil. So the old year began. And again, the beginning, of course, which is May 1st, that's the new year, in ancient Irish rhyme would actually say, here's another ancient Irish rhyme.
Cool.
A white limb on my right side, so will good come to me, but not the little false cuckoo on the first clay of the year, which means the first day of the year.
The first day of the
Right,
year.
the first day of the year. And that's what you wanted. The first day of the year, you go out before sunrise, and you'll know how your year is going to go.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's all, and again, it's all ancient wise tales.
Yeah, but it's true, harmless, and it's it's still magic.
Yeah,
it's
well,
still magic.
Like the crows. I'm very connected to crow energy. Crows are around me all the time, so they talk to me. So
That's true. That is
right.
so true.
So is that magic, or is that just a little slight form of Dr. Doodle?
I don't know. I don't know. Is it, guys? Is it magic or is
I
it
don't know.
Dr.
Do I have
Doodle
Dr.
stuff?
Doodle over here?
Oh, the next section actually goes into talking about the saint preventative measures that are used in Ireland to prevent the evil eye. Yes, I think you're going to find this very interesting. The next section it talks about goes into the power of the word. It's after that May Day superstitions. It goes into, because we have a lot of sections to go through on this, so we're going to keep going. So the power of the word talks about the belief in the maleficent influence of the evil eye. It started in the pervading of all the Greek islands, and the same preventative measures are also used as in Ireland. So Ireland pretty much came up with the plan to how do you deal with the evil eye. So then that's pretty much where the problem solving happened, I guess, with the Keep going.
Yeah, I am. Go ahead. I'm just going to keep scrolling. Superstitions. Those are funny usually.
There's some superstitions there. Oh, there we go. So see if you fit any of those that you've heard about before, because
Right, hold
talks
on.
about
I'm
salt,
checking the chat room too.
Salt and fire.
Yes, we're not
abuse.
doing readings today, honey. We're doing readings tomorrow on
Yes.
Tuesday. We're teaching you about ancient.
So Esther danced around the
wisdom.
maypole once before.
Yes.
Oh wow! I've never done
pretty
that. That's pretty cool. So it says salt and fire are used as safe guides. So it says Irish peasant employees use them to guard their cattle and children from the evil eye influence. Okay.
Salt and fire.
Salt and fire. Interesting.
Now, even to this day, I salt my windows. I still salt my windows.
See how interesting.
I salt my windows and doorways.
Wow.
Yep.
So that is, and it's something based out of Ireland. Like
Yeah.
Ireland actually came up with the way to keep away the evil eye. And you guys spread the magic out to the rest of the universe about how to keep away the evil eye, guys.
Yeah.
So guess what? Salt and fire is the
Candle
type of
in the
magic.
windows.
Yes, yes, that's right. The candle in the window. Keep out the evil eye. So the evil eye reflection goes back out towards the window, out towards the person that's trying to send you the maleficent eye back to you. That's right.
Wait.
So who would have known that Ireland was the big mecca for so many amazing magic right from the beginning? Literally right from the beginning.
I did.
You did, silly. Now it talks about fairy nature is the next section. A lot of fairy magic.
Oh,
And
a
then
lot of fairy magic.
A lot of fairy magic.
lot of
How
fairy
many of you guys
magic.
out there actually work and work fairy magic? Do you do any fairy magic? Have you ever done any fairy magic?
I haven't in a while.
But you've done I've done brownie magic. I've never done fairy magic.
Yes, fairies are different. Fairies are a little tricky.
They are a little tricky,
They
huh?
love shiny things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I did. My daughter one time when I was younger, she begged me to have a brownie, which is like kind of like a fairy, but not really.
Yeah, not the chocolate kind.
Yeah, not the chocolate
Although my
kind.
kids would beg for that type of a brownie too.
But so I did the spell 3 times, and suppose she swore we had the brownie, and we had the brownie, and all I had, everything was always messed up, but it was mischievous, very mischievous, and it was just horrible. And all the frogs kept disappearing from my fish pond, and it was just crazy things was happening, but never a fairy, never a fairy.
Well, fairies like shiny objects, so literally, in order for a fey creature
The book
to be
goes into more
happy-
detail, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Way more detail.
Sorry, but when
Go
a
ahead.
fey creature, when a fey creature has to be happy, you have to have a particular area for them. That's why they talk about fairy houses.
Ah.
That specifically, it's their house, shiny objects, nice gardens, things around a particular fairy house in order to appease the fairies. It's
How do you attract a fairy?
It is what it is.
There's the
it's
rest. There's the
really-
magic is in
yeah.
the book, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
Aha.
well, there's certain things that I'm slightly different. I'm not gonna say.
Yes,
so.
yes. Well, you're gonna have to, guys. You're gonna have to get this manuscript, by the way,
Yeah.
if you want to find that out, because we're not gonna tell you guys everything. But by the way, fairies are born aristocrats. If you guys didn't already know that, they are very true ladies and gentlemen. They are fake creatures of the court, and
Yep.
if you treat them with proper respect, they are not. They're not malignant oil nature. They're like royalty. Okay, you
Yes,
treat them like
you
little
must
royalty.
treat them as such.
Yeah, they love beauty, they love splendor, they love grace and movement and music and pleasure, and they're very artistic. So, like Sue was saying, pretty sparkly things, guys. And this manuscript tells you in depth more about the fairy nature. So now we're going to talk about going to the next section it kind of goes into. We haven't even gotten to the actual nitty gritty of the spells, guys.
Well, we got about 9 minutes.
Of the first half?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a break now so I can take a short pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause, guys.
I have to take a pause for the cause.
We're going to get into animal legends next and more.
Ooh, I wonder if the Loch Ness Monster is in there.
Perhaps it may be because we have
Perhaps Nessie.
422 pages to go.
All right, so we'll be back right after this. Short pause for the cause.
We'll be right back, guys, after this break. Don't go anywhere. So the whole next section talks about dogs and cats and a bunch of animal magic and shit. The next part of it goes into properties
Hold on,
of Earth.
hold on. All right. Sorry.
So I'm gonna keep skipping down further because there's a lot more to get into. Are the dogs actually calming down now out there? Ding dongs. watch a movie, do your thing, you know what I mean? Have a lot more coffee.
Sorry about the yawn, guys.
Sorry.
I was hanging out with the twins today.
Tired
So,
day.
That's you know what? That's okay. It was fun.
Yeah.
Don't forget to go. Sorry about that. Don't forget to go check out on Facebook Corals Crystals, our sponsor. So they will be back up and running by Tuesday, Wednesday, the latest.
Yep.
There was some rearranging going on. There's going to be some new items. There's going to be
A
some
lot of really cool
$20 mystery
items.
grab bag.
Yes.
$20
And some
mystery
really
bag.
rare crystal coming, guys.
Yeah.
A very
Yeah.
rare.
So
we
and
were
there will
so
be
lucky for this.
certain crystals on the Let's Make a Deal pile.
Yep, there'll be a Let's Make a Deal table.
Yeah.
There's going to be some grab bags. There's some rare, literally rare crystal
Yeah.
coming.
They won't be in for a while. So
Yep,
we're
they'll
gonna
be
work
coming,
on
though. They're
what
coming.
We have. Okay.
So now the next section of the book goes into all kinds of animal magic, dogs, cats. It breaks down to birds. If you want to kind of go through, it talks about breaks it down even to magpies. It literally breaks it down to all kinds of different animals. See if anything pops up at you. It's
trying
a
to
good
think.
section of it there. It talks about
Of course, dogs and cats, which I own both.
dogs and cows. Yeah.
Let's see. Mystery, gifted, extraordinary, intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay. The
But
three
again, it
most
talks about
ancient words in the Irish language, of course, is
Tor.
said Tor Atawa.
So Coo is a hound.
Yeah.
And Bo is a cow.
Right.
So you didn't name your son Bo after a cow, did you?
No, it's Beau. It's French.
Beau. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Beau.
Remember, my grandfather was French.
French. That's
French,
right.
la violette.
French.
My grandmother was Irish, Casey.
Ah,
My
that's
father
right.
was Swedish.
That's right.
The Casey has the Indian side on it.
If you keep
so.
going, it starts talking about the crows that you were talking about and talking about the legends of the
let's
crows
see,
and
hold on.
magpies.
The Legend of the Where
Keep
Are We?
on going. It goes after. It talks about dogs.
Talks
And again, it talks about Irish. Irish people are the ones where all of this kind of stuff stemmed from in this
All
book.
right, let's talk about the crows, if we can get to the crows.
Keep on going. It's really, really
The king
really
of the
in-depth.
cats.
The king of the cats.
Right.
It tells you a lot of really good Irish stories
the
along
demon
with the
cat.
knowledge.
Right, and Isis also. There's a lot of people out there, they call them, they're not really cat worshippers. It has to do with Isis.
Yes.
And it has to do with ancient Egypt,
Yes,
is what it does. So,
talks
and
about
that's
that.
where the cats actually came from.
So cats are
So,
very powerful
yeah,
too, guys.
They really are. So, the dead hand.
It talks about the dead hand.
Alrighty.
It's an Irish story. They throw in some interesting little stories here and there.
Concerning birds.
Yes.
There's the magpie. Where is the crow?
Keep on going.
The
wren.
The wren.
The raven.
Oh, okay.
The cuckoo and the robin.
The cricket.
They even talk about the crickets are believed
The
to
beetle.
be enchanted. Yes.
The hare.
Yes.
Wow. The weasel.
Even the weasel. A
Okay, hold
goose.
on.
There we go. Oh, okay, I guess we missed that part.
Yeah, where is the crow?
It's in one of the little thingies in the one. They're not a section. It's in one of the things. They talk about a cock, a fowl, a goose.
Yeah, trying to find the crow. It might be with the magpie.
Could be over there.
Yeah, because I think back in the day, that's what they used to
I
call
think they
them,
call.
magpies.
Yeah, you know what? I think they did call
The
them
crows
magpies.
were the magpies.
Yes.
The
Yep.
raven, the wren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 'cause there was no
okay,
exact-
yeah, there's
yep.
no exact Irish name for the magpie. Generally, it's called a French. The Frenchmen know why. Many queer tales about the natural bird of rising, habits, pretty legacy. Yeah, it's not saying anything about crows. Nope.
No, on that section, no.
No.
It breaks it down into more little
Yeah.
things afterwards. But the next, so it really does go into in depth, guys, about more
Yeah.
animal things and more animal tidbits about animal magic. And that's the good thing I think about this manuscript is it tells you the lore and it tells you where it comes from. It tells you the history, and it tells you a little bit of the interesting little stories that kind of go with it. So if
Right.
you keep going down further, the section, I think it's after this. Keep going, keep going.
What?
And
You
then it
talk,
keep-
I'll just
keep
scroll
going,
through.
Keep going. Yep, wait. Okay. See where it starts talking bees. It talks about a horse. It might be one of those sections there. It says talks about a cock. Talks about an ass,
Which is a donkey.
a donkey. I don't know what a water wagtail is, though. Does anybody know what a water wagtail is, though? But then we get into where it talks about the herbs, okay, guys? And it talks about the... By the way, do you know that the Irish is one of the last three of the 305 great Celtic nations? It is literally... They are the ones that held up the strange and the mystic secrets the longest.
Who did?
The Irish.
Oh.
Out of the 305 Celtic nations that originally we all started up front.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty amazing. That really is amazing.
Yeah.
So they know they have the most knowledge when it comes to the herbs, about curing disease, love, hatred, life, death, the fairy, demon. They know the most about everything. So this is why I think this book's where the kind of the general idea is.
Yeah,
coming
believe it or not, it's the Celtics and the Jewish that
Yeah.
actually have held up their religion the longest.
from. Isn't that interesting though?
Yep.
And who would have thought that though? And even about divination stuff, the ancient people used to divine future events. Even was the Irish and the Jewish people.
Uh-huh.
And if you go down, they even had. Then we were talking about the bards, the bardic potions.
Yeah.
We talk about that. Now it goes into the virtue of herbs, how that you should even tells you about when you should even pick your herbs. It talks about picking certain herbs at night, laying herbs on the hand of a dead man to hold, herbs that produce love, herbs that produce sterility, and then also there's herbs that say that only the fairy doctors know the secrets of their powers. So there's a lot of interesting tidbits in this book, and they go into a lot of different stories that tells you about it. They talk about the fairy doctors often seizing, they're trembling while they utter a charm, and they look around with the scared glance of terror as if there's an awful presence around them, but they're like the perfect faith. That's how you know that there's like a fairy spirit, I guess, in them. They have that kind of look to them. I don't know, so maybe we look at them and say they're having a seizure nowadays, but... But there isn't. Ooh, what did you find there about love dreams? There's a cute little story
Actually,
there.
I found something. A girl who wishes to see her future husband must go out and actually gather certain herbs in the light of a full moon of the new year, repeating this chime, or repeating this chant, so to speak, or charm, they call it.
So it's a chant.
Moon, moon, tell unto me when my true love I shall see. What fine clothes I am to wear, how many children shall I bear? For if my love comes to me, dark and dismal my life will be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, in other words, she was saying that if she didn't have her one true love, then her life would be over. Because back then it was find husband, get married, have babies. That was the main goal.
that was it,
back
like-
then, yeah.
Okay. Now, also, which is interesting, I love the little stories. Now, there's hemlock, which is pretty powerful. Talks about the next one, to cause love. Now, hemlock is an herb that you definitely don't just play around with. That's a very
No.
powerful herb, guys, hemlock. And there's also 7 herbs of great value and power that they talk about, which is ground ivy, vervain, eyebright, groundsel, foxglove, the bark of the elder tree, and young shoots of the hawthorn. But now the next thing that goes in, you talk about that. So let's see. There's so many sections that we want to go through here. There's so much here. We're barely on page 44, guys. This book has so much in it. It's amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Medical superstitions and ancient charms. What's that one all about?
This one is about ancient sorrows.
Oh, now that was a lot. They didn't have ways to deal with depression. They didn't know what depression was back in the
No,
day.
actually, the charm set by Mary for her son,
Mother Mary.
right, for her son before a fair man and a turbulent woman lay him in the grave. Was the charm of Michael with his shield, one palm branch of Christ, one Bridget with her veil, believe it or not.
Oh.
Okay, Breed. We call her Breed. You guys call her Bridget. the charm which God set himself when divinity within him was darkened, a charm said to be a cross when the night is black and the soul is heavy with sorrow, a charm said to be at sunrise with the hands on the breasts when the eyes were red in weeping and the madness of grief is strong. The charm that has no words, only a silent prayer.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty, and I mean, they had so many different ways to deal with it, but that's pretty like traumatic. So think about it, guys.
Yeah.
Think about it, how they dealt with grief back then, and oh my God, it's just horrid.
See, you used to put coins on the eyes to pay the chevron, which is to you need to pay the guy in the land of the dead.
Oh,
when you're crossing.
the
That's
boat.
why the coins on the eyes.
The what do you call it? The boat?
Yeah,
the boat guy.
Yes.
Boat guy. So wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. That one actually gave me the creeps because, you know, it's very like I'm Catholic religion. That's very Bible inflicted. Like that really is Bible inflicted. So that kind of gives me the creeps, though, guys. But they even had spells for the measles. Believe it or not, you know. When somebody was told to have measles, they were told, oh, you know, their time is short. And then supposedly this is actually a spell that came from the Bible, believe it or not. And it was told to be repeated 3 times, kneeling at a cross for 3 mornings before sunrise, and the child would be cured by the Sunday following for the actual measles, believe it or not. Measles, guys. But it's the book goes into such like details and stories. There's another Evil Eye one. Those are the different types of Evil Eye stories. There's even this is another one that actually has a basis on what you were saying against drowning. May Christ and his saints stand between you and harm. Mary and her son, St. Patrick with his staff, Martin with his mantle, Bridget with her veil, Michael with his shield, and God over all with his strong right hand. That was to protect people from drowning at the time.
That's right.
And they would say that and say that and say that. And they had those mantras And it's literally, it's basis. If you see, they bring in Bridget, they bring in Patrick, they bring in Mary, the Bible, they kind of incorporating the 2 religions in one. They're bringing it all in together in one. So this book goes, and we're literally only on page in the 50-somethings. This book has got so much information into it. Oh, this is an interesting one. It says how to go invisible.
Oh, you got to read that one.
How to go invisible.
Okay, let's read that one, guys. How
says-
many people didn't want to be invisible sometimes?
Right? It says, get a raven's heart.
Oh, God.
Split it open with a black hafted knife. Make 3 cuts. Place a black bean in each cut. Then plant it. And when the beans sprout, put one in your mouth and say, by virtue of Satan's heart and by strength of my
heck
great art,
no.
I desire to be
No.
invisible." Yep, and it says, and so it will be as long as the bean. Yeah.
You notice I interrupted you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Don't do that one, guys.
No.
Yuck. But
No.
yuck. I wouldn't even want to put a bean that was inside of a dead animal in my mouth. Anyways, definitely not good.
No.
That's a weird one. Wow, they talk about for a sprained ankle. There's also something for that. Let's see. For toothaches. Oh my goodness. You know what they say for a toothache?
What?
Go to a graveyard, kneel upon any grave, say 3 paters and 3 eyes for the soul of the dead lying beneath. Then take a handful of grass from the grave, chew it, casting forth each bite without swallowing any portion. After this process, the sufferer, were he to live 100 years, will never have a toothache ever again. I know, right? Don't do that. Well,
Go to the dentist.
It might have worked. It might have worked for them, though.
Oh, my God.
Who's to say it didn't work, though? It might have worked. Going to chew. So, in other words, you go to a grave and chew the grass from the grave. Pretty much, I guess.
Wow.
But they believe it worked. Maybe it did work. Who knows? They have magic for freckles. They have magic for cough. They have magic for all kinds of different things here. They even have magic for styes on the lid. What are you finding there? There's so much in this book to find.
I'm just skipping through some of this ridiculous stuff, trying to pick out the good ones because some of this is really
it's
strange.
Very old. It's very old.
Very
old
strange
stuff. It's very old stuff. Yeah, and how they make the charms and things. It's amazing.
I haven't even gotten to that.
Oh goodness.
Okay. To find stolen goods, place 2 keys on a shelf. On what?
On a sieve.
On a sieve.
Which is like what you strain, like You know, like a trees. You know, we nowadays we use cheesecloth to strain things.
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay, in time form of a cross. In other words, put it in the form of a cross.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote this book doesn't speak regular English.
Yeah. Well, you think it was
Two men
translated.
hold the scythe, while the third making the sign of the cross on the forehead of the suspected party, and then call out his name loudly 3 times. If innocent, the keys remain stationary, but if guilty, the keys actually revolve slowly.
Wow.
Slowly around on time and the sheave, and then there is no doubt who the thief is. I'm sorry. I just can't.
It's some interesting old stuff, though, guys.
Yeah.
It really is. There's so many of this stuff in here. You know what this says here? When a 7th son is born, if an earthworm is put into the infant's hand and kept there till it dies, the earthworm, mind you, not the kid, the child will have power to charm away all diseases, believe it or not.
Yeah, they call it the 7th son of the 7th son.
The 7th son of the 7th son.
son of the 7th son.
Wow.
Yes.
They also believe if you tie a bunch of mint tied around the wrist, it keeps off infection and disease.
Wow.
Which mint does do. So they do have, mint does have some properties of that kind of stuff. They talk about that kind of thing. But there's so many different things. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, this is a charm for safety.
Charm for safety?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Sorry. You need to pluck 10 blades of yarrow, keep 9, cast the 10th away for
the spirits, pretty much.
Yeah, for the spirits. Put the 9 in your stocking under your heel of your right foot when going on a journey, and the evil one will have no power over you.
Wow. Okay. I know, but they believe this stuff. They lived this. They literally lived this stuff, guys. This is ancient stuff. I mean, I guess maybe they had nothing better to do, but they literally believed this stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
There's another little stuff thing it says here. It says, a married woman should not walk upon graves, or her child will have a club foot. They believe that. Yeah. If by accident she treads on a grave, she must instantly kneel down, say a prayer, make the sign of the cross on the sole of her shoe 3 times over. Right?
All right.
Oh, here's another 7th son one right here. Oh, boy. The 7th son of a 7th son has power over all diseases and can cure them by laying on of hands.
Yep.
And the son born after his father's death has power over fevers.
Yeah.
Wow.
The 7th son of a 7th
The
son.
7th son of a 7th son. Which back in the day, everybody had kids like crazy, so that's a possibility. Oh, my goodness gracious. But they believed in this stuff. They literally believed in this stuff. They lived it.
Okay, so evidently every time I have a dream, I have to wake up my poor sister in Rhode Island.
Why? Was it
Well,
why?
I'm going to tell you why. It says, never tell your dreams fasting, okay? And always tell them first to a woman called Mary. That's my sister.
Oh, my goodness.
To dream of a hearse with white plums is a wedding.
What?
What?
What the heck?
Okay, is a wedding. But to dream of a wedding is grief and death will follow.
So
Please
what?
tell me who's backwards on this one.
So if you dream of a wedding, in other words, it's grief
So
and
if you
death's
dream
gonna
of
happen.
a hearse with plums, you're having a wedding. But if you dream of a wedding, there's going to be grief and death or death.
That's what they believe.
That makes no sense.
That's what they
Okay,
believe.
to dream of a woman kissing you is deceit.
Oh, okay.
But of a man, friendship. And to dream of a horse is extremely lucky. Dude, if you own a horse nowadays, you're lucky. Okay? You're lucky.
You're
got
lucky if
the
you even
money.
own a horse.
Okay.
Pete's sake.
Oh God, here we go. To dream of a this is ridiculous. To dream of a priest is bad.
Okay, I agree.
Okay. Even to dream of the devil is better.
Oh, so you're right. So we should dream of a devil
Okay.
better than dreaming of a priest.
All right.
Okay.
Also remember either present or purchase from a priest. A present or purchase from a priest is unlucky.
So don't get anything from a priest ever.
That is just freaking weird.
It's what they believed. It's the ancient.
So
It's the ancient magics, though. There has to been a way. There had to have been a reason where this all came from, though.
You've heard of witch doctors, right?
Yeah.
You ever heard of fairy doctors?
No, actually. Do fairies have their own doctors? Is that what it
I
is?
have no idea. You got it. Your turn.
Oh wait, where I'm on Fairy Power. Where are you at?
I'm on fairy doctors.
Okay, so tell us about fairy doctors.
Oh my god.
Because I'm on Fairy Power.
Oh, I'd rather know about just crystals.
Okay.
Charms by crystals.
So read about that.
All right, so let's see. Fairy doctors are generally females, old women especially, are considered to have a particular mystic or a supernatural power. They actually cure chiefly by charms and incantations, transmitted by tradition through many generations or by herbs of which they have surprising knowledge. Michelle, you're a fairy doctor.
I guess so. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Darn it.
Well, you thought you were a witch doctor and you're a fairy doctor.
Well, you know what? Then I guess the next part makes sense because I can't practice any magic on Fridays apparently, because it says it's on Fridays that the fairies have the most power to work evil. Therefore, Friday is an unlucky day to begin work or go on a journey or have a wedding or have spirits present themselves anywhere.
So never do anything on
No,
Friday.
I'm not allowed to do nothing on a Friday.
She's a fairy doctor.
Nothing.
evidently.
Friday's
Okay.
my day off. It's a proven fact.
Okay, this is Charms by Crystals. This is hilarious.
All right.
Sorry, now we're getting into funny
So
stuff.
let's wonder how.
I don't take anything in here seriously. I
No.
just find some of the knowledge is fascinating by the way they did it.
Yeah.
Some of it is just what?
Yeah, but I know, but it's like
Okay.
they really believe this though.
Okay, the charms by crystals are of great antiquity in Ireland. A mode of divination, no doubt, brought on from the east by early wandering tribes. And you wonder why I am a Celtic Indian.
Right.
Makes sense.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
many of these stones have been found throughout the country and actually held in great veneer, which is, holding them very close to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they are generally appear to have been originally set in royal scepters or sacred shrines in very ancient crystal globes of this kind with malicious creative powers is still to be seen at the Cashmore somewhere in Winterfold.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
gotta be
it
a
is
place
believed to
somewhere.
have been brought on by the Holy Land
Oh,
or of the Lipo.
so that's where the Jewish part connects with the Irish part, then, I
Right.
guess.
So who had a gift of Godfrey de Boulogne?
It's French.
Oof, I have
Is
no
it
idea.
La Franche?
I think so. All right, now the ball of a rock crystal is larger than an orange.
Ooh.
It is circled around in the middle, silver and band. It is still constantly borrowed by people to affect.
Oh, cures.
Cures.
Oh,
Nice.
The scepters that they use.
the scepters.
That they have the crystals on it. Like we use wands nowadays, but
Right.
they use. That's right. What's Merlin back in the day used to walk with those big the staffs with the scepter on top, and it had those balls. That's why. Makes sense.
Yeah, and again, the peasants would actually affirm that the charms never failed.
Wow.
Yeah, the laughter on my kids.
Those are the kids going crazy.
So that's my daughter, and yeah. What? So go in and get it. Right there.
Get to it.
She
please.
says, shh.
Yeah. Joe,
Joseph, I'm on the air.
we're on air.
Enough.
Are you two?
Yes.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, so
We
you
need
were
a
on.
spell for the kid. Quick.
And a half.
Yes.
2.5.
Now it says to meet a funeral and not go back 3 steps with it.
Huh?
So I guess if we see a funeral going by, we're supposed to go back 3 steps for some reason. I don't know. I'm going
Why?
to try it next time. I don't know. I'm going to try it next time. I don't know what it's supposed to do. But I'm
Oh
gonna
my
do
God.
it.
Omens and superstitions.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Again, it tells me never begin work on a Friday. That's it. That's it. I'm doing nothing on Fridays from now on. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, by the way, it says
Why?
the Irish are very
Did you
susceptible.
feed them breakfast?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The
So
Irish
why
are
they-
very susceptible to omens, by the way.
I'm not,
It says they are.
which is weird because I'm not.
And then it says the fire is the holiest of all things, It says, walk 3 times around the fire on St. John's Eve, and
Fire.
you'll be safe from disease for all that year. I need to get set on fire then. For real, I need to get set on fire.
Would you please stop? Down, you two.
So definitely Fridays is not going to be
My
my
goodness.
day from now on. Okay? Definitely not on Fridays. I do nothing on Fridays from now on. That's it. Okay. Let's see. To throw a slipper after a party going, a journey is lucky. Also to breakfast by candlelight on Christmas morning.
Oh my
so I guess we're going to shut off all the lights off on Christmas morning.
Yeah, never begin work on a Friday. Never
See?
remove a a house, or leave a situation on Saturday.
So we never leave the house on Saturday. We don't work on Fridays. We do
What
nothing.
the hell good are we?
Hey,
don't know.
vacation, automatic days
All right,
off.
never begin to make a dress on Saturday, or you'll be wearing it when you die within a year. This is really weird.
Wow.
Never mend a rant in a dress, which must be a tear.
Yeah.
While on, or even malicious reports. So maybe you'll accidentally stab yourself.
Maybe, and the people will talk about you and be like, hey, you know, she did this, she did that. Oh, my God.
I have no idea.
Oh, and it says, it is ill luck when going with a funeral to meet a man on a white horse. Well, I'm never going to go to a funeral then to meet a man on a white horse. How about that? What's it say? Never begin a journey on a Friday or Saturday, nor move from your residence, nor change the situation. All of
It
it.
is actually fatal at a marriage to tie a knot with a red handkerchief.
Ah. See that? I don't know. Never pay any money on the first Monday of the year, or you will lose your luck. So we're not paying rent on the first Monday of any year. We're not doing it.
Oh,
We're going
my
to show them
God.
this document. We're only on page 72, guys.
This
Literally.
is ridiculous. To attract bees.
Ah.
What if you're allergic?
Then we don't want to attract them. There's more stories of fairy
my
doctors.
God.
There's sacred trees, guys, that we talk about now.
Mysteries of fairy
Sacred
power.
trees. A lot of things about Fridays. Honest
Yeah.
to goodness. I really think that Fridays I'm going to stay in my pajamas all day long and do nothing. Nothing. I'm not showering. I'm not combing my hair. We finally get, on page 81, we finally get to part 2. For the fairy stroke. What, strokes? Fairies have strokes? I've had 4. Wow.
Oh my God. I don't know. I'm just scrolling through, and then I'll see what's going on in the chat room.
Part 2.
So.
Part 2 is the Gospel of the Witches. It talks about, it talks more French and more Italian, and it talks about more things like that. So we're
God,
gonna
and
go
that's
to
so
that.
weird.
Isn't
I'm
it?
French, Irish, English, Swedish, Scottish, and Indian.
In this
I'm
kind
a
of
freaking mutt.
You are a mutt. You're a magic mutt.
I'm a mutt.
That's what you are. You're a magic
I'm
mutt.
a mutt.
Magic mutt. Now, this part starts talking about other things. It goes into more things. So let's skip this part because it really goes into like a lot of like detail of things and more into like invocations. So you really do need the book right here, right, guys, to really go into this. Around the page 102, we start getting into a little bit like it talks, even tells you some magic spells in Italian. And gets into the in translation. So it gets into a lot of detail, guys, into the book. So we're gonna get past this part. Okay, getting past
I'll
this
see what's
part.
going on with the chat while you scroll
We're going
through.
past this part because we start getting into gypsy, sorcery, and fortune telling. And the original publication of this section was actually originally.
Oh,
from-
you're clearing rooms to make room for people. What book are we going to?
What book are we going to?
I'm lost.
Cleaning rooms to make room for people. What books? What are we? Is that one of the things we read?
Jacob, you are not allergic, just scared. No, Maria's allergic to bees.
Oh, she
Yeah,
is.
Maria is. Yeah, not me.
Okay.
No, I just don't like bees.
Okay. It says charms and conjurations to cure the disorders of grown people. Grown people. Not
What?
little people.
Wait a minute,
but
what?
Grown people.
Say that again.
Charms and conjurations to cure the disorders of grown people.
You mean adults?
It says grown people.
Well,
So I don't know what
okay.
that means. But it also starts talking about the remedy is applied. 3 lungs and 3 livers of frogs are dried and powdered and drunk in spirits. Yeah, I think I'd rather prefer my medications right now. But it says, frogs in my belly, devour what is bad. Frogs in my belly, show the evil the way out. Wow, that's some really crazy stuff. So we go into more spells and more magic. And then
We actually have a caller, but just
Ooh.
listening.
Just listening.
No
okay.
question.
Let's
Just
see.
listening.
So if you guys are you like, some people like to go to the old school, like Italian, or they like to go to the Latin. Sometimes when they're doing the magic, they kind of really like to go that kind of old school and go to that kind of. So the book gives you the option. It also gives you the translations to do that. So if you want to do these spells and different things in English too, so you don't have to go into the different types of languages. But some people do like to memorize these spells and things in that type of language. So the book gives you that option too. Old school, guys. Old school, okay? Let's see. It says here, for easy childbirth, red hair is sewn in a small bag and carried on the belly next to the skin during pregnancy. That's supposed to be for easy childbirth.
Yeah, well, there's no issue there because I think my grandbabies might have strawberry blonde hair like I did.
Do you think so?
I
Really?
have a feeling I had strawberry blonde hair as a child.
If a maid would like to win the
Lotina.
love of a young man, she must take of her own hair, mix it with earth from his footsteps, burn the whole to
Ew.
powder. Yes, and so manage the victim shall eat it. She shall eat it, and he should eat it, and not likely that he will do it. So she's supposed to get him to eat it without him knowing that he's eating it. Yeah, earth from the footsteps of anyone is regarded as a very powerful means of bewitching him. And that's in Italian and ancient sorcery.
Yeah,
by the
but
way.
again, that's affecting free will.
Yeah, that's not the one that you want
Yeah,
to
and
do.
that's why it's like some people go to ancient lore for particular magic, but sometimes the ancient lore actually affects your free will,
Yeah.
and you have to worry about karma and karmic
Yeah.
credits
And that's
and
and
how
that's
karma
really-
is
but-
coming
but
towards
the
you.
book does warn you guys about these
Yes.
things. It does tell you, and it does warn you about these things. So it's interesting to just read about it. It also tells you about cutting your nails, believe it or not, and about teeth. It even goes into details about that.
All
Talks
right.
about even sleeping, like if you have children that are having a hard time sleeping when they're little. It goes into details of that. Pains in your eyes. It tells you all about that. Straw magic, which I think a lot of Indians, I guess, would just do the weaving of the baskets, and a lot of the chanting and the incantations that they're doing, it's actually straw magic that they're doing. They're literally making the straw baskets and the straw hats, and it's actually straw magic. And it even brings here, straw, draw, crow, craw. By my life, I give thee law. It's what it says.
Say that 5 times fast.
Straw, draw, crow, craw. By my life, I give thee law. Straw, draw, crow, craw. By my life, I give thee law. It's fun to chant. You know what I mean? I got this down. It is.
Okay, now say that slow so we actually know what it means.
Straw, draw, crow, craw. By my life, I give thee law.
What law?
It says when the straws will become the fairies, so it says it's pretty much what you want it to be is what you're making it be, and that's how you're doing
Now,
it.
Brenda's mom used to make the straw dolls. Boo, bye, Ram.
Okay, we'll buy the ram. It says so. It's again. It goes. We're only on page 123. We're going into more.
We have 31 minutes left.
All right, so I'm zipping through, guys. So again, if you're interested in getting this entire manuscript, guys, just shoot us your email. I'll be happy to send this to you. There's 422 pages, guys, of so much in this book. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
So
I'm
much.
like so not awake.
It talks about even, again, who was talking about eggshells and stuff earlier?
Eggshell.
Yeah, there's magic with eggs and eggshells,
I
too,
don't
by the
know,
way.
but a boiled egg sandwich sounds good.
It
right
does,
about
right? It says, if you have many eggs, you can have many cakes. He who
Well,
has
yeah.
many eggs scatters many shells. Okay?
Yeah.
To throw an egg at a sparrow is to borrow trouble for eggs not yet hatched. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Half an egg is worth more than all the shell. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Oh, she can secure a man's love by giving him a red Easter egg. Giving red eggs at Easter is this from the spring festival we were talking about. Symbolizes the sexual symbolism and reproduction, baby. Yeah. Eggs are the symbol of life, baby. So it talks more about that, and it goes on and on and on. And again, it goes into a different type of. brings you into a different. Talks about the domestication of animals, charms, conjurations to cure or protect animals. See, keep zipping through past that section because that's a lot of the Italian and the Latin magic right there, and it gives you the translation.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's for those of you guys too that like to really do it like the old school way. Una Pietro avuto le otro lato el Spirito Santo. You know, that kind of magic. Which is fun sometimes.
Geoli.
Yeah. It's really fun sometimes. So then it talks here about like Transylvania magic. Ooh. If a husband takes an egg and makes a small hole at each end and blows the yolk and the white, ooh, listen to this, into the mouth of his wife, who swallows the egg. And it says here, well, listen to this.
And I can't anymore. I can't keep a straight
If a gypsy woman in Transylvania wishes to know whether she will be with child, she must stand for 9 evenings at a crossroad with an axe or a hammer, which she must wet with her own water and then bury there. Then she should dig it up on the 9th morning after, and if it's rusty, it's a sign that she's in blessed circumstances. Why don't you just check and see if your period comes? But I don't know. I don't know. And what water do you bring?
Your own sweat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what it said.
Damn, that's nasty.
Wow.
That's some crazy.
This is whacked.
It talks about to stop the flow of blood. It talks about even how to stop your period and everything in here. There's magic for that too, guys.
Oh,
Believe
yeah,
it or
don't
not.
have an issue with that.
It talks about all kinds of things in here. So it goes and goes and on and goes on and on and on. Again, it tells you in the old language. It tells you even the old language, guys, the old magic language. So those of you guys who are interested in seeing what the old magic language looks like, it's here in this manuscript too.
Wow.
And has the translation. So it's pretty interesting. It's 422 pages of this stuff. So mind you, we're only halfway through. Now it talks about arts. It was arts and remedies. Another remedy. Oh, shoot. What did you find?
Nothing. I'm just.
Oh, you got to go further than that. You got to go.
Yeah,
To attach a
I
dog,
just lost track.
Oh, Lord in
so.
heaven. Look at this one.
What?
To attach a dog to a person,
Ha.
provided nothing else was used before to affect it. Try to draw some of your blood and let the dog eat it along with its food. The dog will stay with you. Yeah.
That's blood magic.
It's kind of gross. Yeah, but it's to get the dog to be your dog, in other words. I've done that.
I haven't.
I have done that. Not with this dog, but I've done that before. I've done blood magic before. That's part of my European shit. But yeah. It says, whoever carries the right eye of a wolf fastened inside of his right sleeve remains free from all injuries. Old stuff.
I want to see who's going to be taking that wolf because I'm going to be taking them out.
Right? But somehow they had wolf eyeballs back in the day. I don't know where they got them from, but they had them.
Oh.
Where did they get these wolf eyeballs back in the day?
Oh, this is gypsy, sorceress, and fortune telling.
Yep, keep on going. There's even more after
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yeah, I'm on page 175. You get going.
113.
Yeah, there's more.
All right, hold on.
There's a lots and lots and lots more, guys.
All right, let's see where we're at now.
It tells you how to make good beer. It tells you how to make molasses, how to cure
Jesus.
the Sweeney in horses. It tells you all this, a lot of good
hold
stuff, a lot of old magic. Because again, magic wasn't just for people. Magic was also for their animals too. They wanted to keep their animals healthy and safe. Oh, look at that! How to destroy crabs and lice. Interesting. Wow. How do you destroy lice and crabs?
It says take catechin powder, mix it with hog's lard, and smear yourself with it.
Oh my God.
Laughing at ancient wisdom. I swear to God, I'm not.
The ancient wisdom people are going to come get you.
Oh my God.
Oh, here's one for vomiting and diarrhea. Ready for this?
Oh God.
Take pulverized cloves, right?
Yeah.
And eat them together with bread soaked in red wine. You will soon find relief. Do you not know that the red wine will give you diarrhea anyways? That's what gives you diarrhea. Oy vey. Oh my goodness. That's what happens though, guys. Advice to pregnant woman. It tells you all kinds of good stuff.
I don't know. This is whack.
Mind you, guys, we're not even into the 200s. We're not even into the 200s. It goes on and on and on. It even tells you about letter magic, about how you write different types of magic spells down. It talks about it goes into just so much. So much. This is so detailed. And again, this is magic. The first printing of this was back in 1887, and this goes back from manuscripts from even prior to that. So you can only imagine what we're actually seeing in this manuscript. So if you guys would like this manuscript, we'd be happy to send it to you. It's a PDF file. Send us your email. I'll be happy to send it to you.
Yes, but please, guys, don't take everything you do seriously. We might be laughing right now,
But there's a lot of
but
knowledge,
you really
yeah.
don't want to cast any ancient spells. You don't, because what happens is the law of thrice. It's going to come back to you threefold.
Yeah. So listen to the wisdom. It does warn you against doing anything against harm about anything.
Yep,
Take
yep,
it with a
yep.
grain of salt. I mean, don't go try to chop wolves' eyeballs out or anything weird like that. Nowadays, those things are just not realities. Okay, but it's just interesting to see what the magic was from back in those days, and just see what it was like. See what your ancestors used to do for magic and things. Doesn't mean I want you to go out hunt wolves or anything. Don't go do that. Yes, we get into sigils too, Esther. I think Esther has a copy of the book. Later on into this, so
Sigils.
it gets into sigils too.
Yeah.
See, part 5 even goes into the folklore even of plants. So we get into more of that too.
Well, plant lore is really good, and it also goes along with the fairy doctor over here.
Yeah, fairy doctor who does nothing on Fridays from now on.
And can't leave the house on Saturday.
No way.
Oh, I'm freezing.
That's cold. So, but again, there's so much really actual useful knowledge in here too, as well as some really ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, there is some stuff that would be considered ridiculous to us, but I'm sure it wasn't ridiculous to them back
No,
then.
not at
So,
all.
but there is some ancient knowledge, and there's definitely a lot of warnings, and you want to stay away from anything that can affect anybody's free will.
Oh,
Remember,
yes.
words have power.
Very much. That's what the number one thing about you guys need to understand about this book.
Words
Yes.
have power.
Yes.
Be very careful.
And I
That's
mean,
why when she was reading something, I went blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
because it wasn't going to go out there.
Yeah. So that's why.
Yeah.
But it's important though, guys, that it's good to educate ourselves on what was and what is and what's going to be, because what's going to be in the future now is the magic that we create now. What's going to be for the future is what we do now with magic. How we create our magic. What we put together is our gifts. It's us now.
Yeah.
What our kids and what our ancestors are going to know from now on.
I can't
is
stop
us.
yawning.
You're tired. You're tired after the day.
Yeah,
You know-
nobody can really see, but I'm actually wearing a set of my earrings.
Yes, she is. I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, you can
And,
see it in the camera.
They're real sterling silver.
Yes, they're beautiful.
And no, my ears are not swollen, inflected.
No, they're not. They're gorgeous. They're so nice.
No.
So then it talks about the magic of plants, guys, and magic of
Plants.
plants.
You know what I need? I need a shawl. Excuse me.
She needs a shawl, guys.
I need a shawl. I'm getting cold. Excuse me.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes.
Michelle will keep talking. Give me a sec.
Yes. So, and if you guys like today's show, I mean, there's a lot of ancient things, a lot of ancient manuscripts. There's a lot of books and things I can share with you guys. I have a big collection of this, these PDF files of just old things. What'd you do?
Tripped on the camera
okay.
trying to get around.
So if you're interested, guys, join the book club. Send me your emails. I will send you the manuscripts. We'll go over this stuff. Check it out. Some of it is fun. Some of it's, history. Some of it's just, it's just knowledge. It's knowledge. It's like what we're going to create now, what we write in our grimoires, what we write in our books. What we're going to write is spells that our kids are going to read, and our grandkids and our great-grandkids. What magic that we create now that's going to be left is our legacies for the future. We don't think of that now, but it's very important that we will leave these things behind, just like those left behind for us. The fairy magic, the gypsy sorcery, the European magic, the Indian, the shamanistic magic, all these different types of magic. It was left to us as a gift. This is a gift. This is the legacy that gets carried on. Now it's up to us to take this knowledge and now meld it with our own now and create now for the future. Our legacies. Think about that. When you guys work on your magic, when you guys write into your grimoires, when you guys are doing your research and you guys are creating your magic and your spells and making things your own, think about this. It's your legacies. Someday, somewhere, somehow, somebody will find your spells and find your magic and read and go, wow. This. And they may laugh at what we wrote down. They may laugh at what we said. But
Probably.
yeah, they
My
will
kids
too.
laugh at me now.
Mine do
What
too.
makes a difference?
I do too.
Yeah.
You know, mine's already planting spells with my grave dirt for
Oh,
Pete's sake, you know?
jeez.
But we don't think about that. But it is a fact. It's a fact. It's our legacy.
So here's another question for you guys out there that are still listening to us. What would you like for us to teach?
Yes, we like
Literally.
whatever it might be.
There are
like,
certain things we will teach, and there are other things that,
we don't do embalming.
yeah, no.
Don't even offer that.
Uh-uh.
Let's see. We don't do. I don't know what else is there. La, la, la. We don't teach you harmful kind of stuff. Like,
No,
we're not
nothing
gonna teach you.
harmful at all.
Nope, we don't think about
No.
that. We won't do that. We will teach you things that don't harm others. Don't
Uh-huh.
harm yourself. Don't harm animals, nature. We do not do that. Send me your email, Brenda. And
See, what we're going to do for teachings is once a month, Michelle is going to come up with a book to discuss.
which I have a lot.
So, and she
Old,
comes
old,
up with some
old
weird books.
I got some old weird books,
Yes.
guys. Some old
So
weird
once a
books.
month for Teaching Mondays, Michelle's going to do her thing.
And you mean talk about weird, because it could be weird, guys. You guys think today was weird? There can be some weird stuff. I have things that you would not even imagine. But it's knowledge. How to get rid of the flu? Oh, how to get rid of the flu? Let me look. How are we gonna get rid of his flu?
Who?
Jake was just asking how to get rid of his flu.
How to get rid of your flu.
Chew on some garlic.
Chicken noodle soup. Chew on garlic.
Chew on some garlic cloves.
I don't know. Does it say anything about flus?
Ooh, let's see.
Let's
I'm gonna
let
search
Michelle
for
look
that.
up flus.
I'm gonna search that right up at the
Yeah,
top.
flus.
And I'm gonna search.
Oh.
Na. Where can I put the word in? I'm searching.
I don't think there is anywhere.
There is nowhere. Oh, right here.
What?
Flu. I'm gonna search the ancient manuscript for the word flu. If it does it.
I don't think it will.
It doesn't want to cooperate with me. Oh, yes, it did actually. Flu. Let's see if flu shows up.
Yeah, I see black.
It's showing black.
Black.
I mean, you must do black.
you must.
I don't. Well, they called it influenza, I think, at the time.
Yeah, influenza.
So let me type in influenza.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get for influenza. And see what we get. It's giving me some weird. Not giving it to me on that side. No. Nope. Nope. It's not giving me on that one.
Oh, nothing about flu, Jake.
Not on the food. Chew some garlic cloves. Have some chicken soup. Steam yourself. Definitely. Rest. Lots of rest. Warm baths with salt. Literally, salt baths to just cleanse out all your.
You know they have a
pores.
recipe in here for making a paste to prevent your gun barrels from rusting.
Think about how important that was back in
I
the day.
know, but it's weird.
Think about how important that was. That was their primary source of weapons and protection. So it really, the guns had to work when they had to shoot them.
To make a wick, which is never consumed.
So a candle that never burned out. That's really important.
No, it's the candle wick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take an ounce of asbestos. Asbestos.
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna kill you and give you cancer now.
Well, they didn't know that.
Yeah, and boil it in a quart of strong lye for 2 hours. Then pour the lye and clarify what remains by pouring rainwater on it 3 or 4 times after, which you can form a wick from it, and it will never be consumed by fire.
See that? Amazing. But they didn't know asbestos was bad.
No.
They didn't know lye was going to burn your eyebrows off at the time.
Yeah.
They had no idea.
Oh my
But it was
God!
very
I'm
important.
sorry, guys. I can't stop yawning.
Like right here, when it says henbane. Henbane is used to attract rain. Henbane is a poisonous plant.
Yeah.
And they used it to attract rain, guys. But they didn't know that. They didn't know how the scientific properties of some of these plants. They had no idea. You know, see how they use words. Those words written down are magic spells. So we're not going to tell you the words.
No.
But if you get the manuscript, you're going to see the words written down. Do not copy these words down because those words are a spell. Be cautious about that too, guys. That's another thing. It's another method. So be very careful. How to fasten or spellbind. You see that?
What?
How to fasten or spellbind anything. It says it right there. And this is another way of fastening or spellbinding.
Yep.
Very important, guys. Very important. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today. We just literally did a skim of the whole entire book. There's so much we were not able to touch upon
Yeah,
because
I'm
there's
sorry,
a lot.
guys. I am exhausted.
There's 422 pages on this book, guys. We would never have been able to get through the entire book in one day anyways. It's so much. But I hope you guys are interested in it. I'd be happy to send it to you. It's a good read. It's interesting. It does have spells in it. It does have, things to work on in here. Just be very cautious. Realize that magic does have, words have power.
Oh,
Words are
I'm
magic.
so sorry.
Words are magic. I need to put you down for a nap like you put the twins down for a nap. That's what it is. I got to put her down for a nap, guys.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. We got 13 minutes left. We're going to close it up now. And I'm going to drink some coffee. So
She
we
needs
will
another pot
see
of coffee
you.
before she
Yeah, I
gets to
do.
bed.
I will see you tomorrow. We will.
So if
we'll
you're
see you
interested,
tomorrow
guys-
for Tarot Tuesday. Don't forget to check out Coral's Crystals on Facebook.
Send us a
You're
message
gonna
if you
get
like.
new $20 grab bags. They're mystery grab bags.
You're not going to know what's in there.
Mystery grab bag. Every grab bag will have $20 worth of items in
That's
it.
right. So if you would like to have a copy of the Knight's Manuscript, it's the ultimate grimoire and spell book of real ancient witchcraft. From back in 1887, send us your email. I will be happy to send you the entire PDF file, 422 pages, guys. It's a good read. I think you guys will enjoy it. That's for sure.
There'll only be so many grab bags available.
That's right.
So it's first come, first serve on the grab bags. Okay? So I want to say peace out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to
tired.
Awakening the Unknown with Susan Swanbeck and Michelle Sullivan here on the ATU Network. For more information on upcoming shows and appearances, be sure to follow us on Facebook and on the web at awakeningtheunknown.wixsite.com. Voiceover work done by Cody Ray Desbian.
Bye, guys.